It's always so uplifting to see young people making good choices that will make their lives better. Well, our next story introduces us to a young man working to make the lives of others better who live on the other side of the world. Nicole Brewer tells us more.
As a student at Blair Academy, 18-year-old Deven Amin seems to blend in with the crowd.
I consider myself a pretty normal kid, just trying to get by in high school. I like to play sports.
With fine athletic and social skills, he's respected among his peers, but says he's looking for more than popularity. He's hoping to affect change on a global scale.
In the month of June of the last 2 summers, I spent several weeks traveling in East Africa, climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, and volunteering in an HIV/AIDS orphanage.
Deven has taken on the issue of HIV/AIDS and a unique approach in the village that he visited where he is raising money.
As the son of a prominent Lehigh Valley plastic surgeon, Deven lives a privileged life, often meeting and spending time with powerful public figures. But instead of using his fortune to further himself, he's using it to help others.
I think it's part of the great American philanthropic tradition that people who have the ability to help others do so. And Deven, I think, is beginning that in his young life.
It all started on a trip to Kenya and a climb to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. Deven made plans to visit a small African village, but admits it wasn't his first priority. That is, until he experienced life at Nyumbani.
I got to know a lot of people really well because they were just the faces that I saw every day.
Founded in 1992 and recently inaugurated by Kenya's First Lady, Lucy Kibaki, Nyumbani aims to provide hope to HIV-positive orphans and seniors left behind by the AIDS epidemic. Here, the young and old work together to become self-sufficient by the year 2010.
It's never like one man for themselves. They do everything together and they always take care of each other.
Under the Children of God Institute, the village provides nutritional, medical, psychosocial, and spiritual care to its residents.
When I was there, I worked with some kids who were affected with HIV and some who were not. And I helped them with just basic everyday chores that they had to do.
He saw poverty in other places, but he also saw people were happy, even if they were poor. And he saw something different in different people, so he wanted to see if they could improve their lifestyle.
And that's why he returned to Nyumbani a second time.
The second year, although he also climbed a mountain, the orphanage was the goal.
Deven spent 2 weeks at the village, living and working among its people, an experience he says helped to put things into perspective.
It makes me appreciative of my family especially, just because, especially being the youngest in my family, there are just so many people are always looking out for me, and I can always go to.
I think he just sees the world differently. He sees people differently. I think he is not as inclined to say, well, let me go get me a new car. He said, well, why don't you put the money somewhere else?
Perhaps into the cause he continues to support through fundraising letters and speaking engagements. Deven says spreading the word helps to educate the public about the need in Africa.
It'll help raise funds for the village, which is what they need, especially to really reach their goal of self-sustainability. And it'll raise awareness, and people will become interested individually and as a group.
So far, Deven's raised $7,000 for a new community center at Nyumbani and earned positive feedback from fellow students.
We're such a small community that we get caught up in what we're doing, and I think he did a really great job of helping us broaden our perspective and get us out of the Blair bubble.
I think people should admire him for what he's doing, and I definitely took what he said to heart.
And I think he's a role model for them in having done it himself and going back and telling other students how to do it.
And while Deven's busy spreading his message throughout the community, he says it all started back home with his parents.
My mom's always taught me to do whatever I can for other people, and just think about how I can help someone else.
And I think all 3 of my kids have realized that the real joy is, when you help people and you see how happy they are, and that's the way it should be.
From a family blessed with good fortune and the willingness to share it with others. For Tempo, I'm Nicole Brewer reporting.
Congratulations, Deven, for being a person who's proved that one person can really make a difference.